Hey, what's going on, super creators? Thank you so much for joining me once again here on my channel. I am Super Manny, creative director at Disrupt, and today what I'm going to be explaining to you guys about is what is B-roll and also what isn't B-roll. So the reason why I'm explaining this topic, and I'll get right to the point, is because all over the internet we keep hearing about B-roll, how to shoot better B-roll, how to do better handheld B-roll, how to shoot B-roll without a gimbal, how to shoot B-roll 5 hacks under 90 seconds. So there's all this talk about B-roll, and a lot of people who are new to the film industry or to filming or to videography in general have no idea what B-roll is. So I'll explain to you. So very simple. In film, there is two types of rolls that's used. There's A-roll and then there's B-roll. To make it super simple, A-roll is your main film that tells the story, which is the main shot, whereas there's the dialogue, there's the speaking. A lot of times this is like interview styles. Like right here, this is my A-roll. This is the main part of the video. If I don't record this, we have no video because there's no story, there's no explanation. That's one. So you can almost imagine A-roll as being the main story, the storytelling, the main event, the main idea. And B-roll is simply supplementary footage to help keep the viewer engaged, to help tell the story. So like if I say, I love cats, B-roll would be a picture of a cat. I like dogs, then B-roll would be a video of dogs and then what I like and what kind. So B-roll is just supplementary footage that is used to continue to tell the story, to cover up any mistakes, to use to keep the continuity of everything that you're saying, and to help tell the story. So basically, you have no B-roll if you have no A-roll. Meaning if you have no story, there is no B-roll. And then your B-roll just becomes your main roll and everything else. So there's right now on the internet, there's a lot of talk of what B-roll is and things like that. So honestly, that is what B-roll is. It's just footage that helps you tell the story of your main subject, your main story, what it is that you're actually trying to tell. That's the point. Below, I left a link of 2 videos that I think explained it very, 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 very well. What is B-roll, so that you guys don't get confused, and they give great examples, so I'm not going to repeat what they did. What I'm here is just to educate simply and get to the point. Now, what B-roll has become nowadays is just a random collection of footage that is thrown together and is used in every video that you see nowadays.
Jeez. Let's go Johnny transition here. Whoa! Whoa!
Wow. So I'm going to use 2 examples to explain about what is this B-roll, meaning what isn't B-roll as it was intended to be. And one of them comes from Peter McKinnon. Recently he just did the PM SFX challenge, and he checked out people's B-roll footage and things like that. But he explained one very, very, very important part of how to use B-roll and how B-roll shouldn't be used. So let's go check that out right now.
That was incredible. That was very, very well done. The sounds matched all your transitions beautifully. If I could say one thing, maybe just my personal opinion, sometimes I think too many transitions, you lose like the prettiness of seeing an actual location, or just nice framed, locked off composition is lost because everything's just moving so fast. And it looks crazy, it looks visually stimulating, but it's very much like, oh, instead of like, wow, look at that, like that looks really, really good. I can't appreciate the cinematography as much because it's just transition after transition after transition after transition after transition. Now, I know they're very trendy and people love doing that right now. I don't per se think that like transitions equal like really good filmmaking.
So as you know, nowadays, Peter McKinnon is one of the more influential, well-known, videographers nowadays. He doesn't like to be called a content creator, but videographers nowadays that post videos online on YouTube and is known for that. So he has a good idea, at least what nowadays has been going on. So he gave a good example of how to use B-roll and then how B-roll should not be used. Now, we ask ourselves then, where did this come from? Why are people using B-roll in this sense, and why are they calling it B-roll? So there is a little bit of history that goes into that. And my good friend Jose Torres, who was on the Super Creators podcast with me, actually explained that bit. So I don't mess up the explanation, I'm gonna go over to that video, and then you can see exactly where this footage came from.
I think today, the way you see it on social media, or the way you see it on most people's vlogs and videos, is the overuse of B-roll. Well, B-roll in cinema has a slightly different definition than B-roll in social media content. B-roll in cinema and film is very important. Like capturing a character walking, like B-roll is what you use when there's no dialogue in the frame. It's very important to tell a story. But the way you see it on social media, or how it's used today, is just a bunch of pretty looking images with the same transitions. Everybody uses
20 frames per second, slow-mo.
20 frames per second. Everybody uses the same transition, like all the whip and the pull-outs and shit like that. And it's a montage, so everything is really fast. And the funny thing is that this type of style of editing actually has a root. There's this short film called The Watchtower of Turkey. And The Watchtower of Turkey is basically just that. It was the first time that we saw somebody edit that way. A bunch of B-roll that uses transitions like whips and like pull-outs and these really cool images that happen really fast. A montage of B-roll. And it was the first time somebody did it. And it was so different. It was really different. Never done before. It was one of those purple cow moments. So at the time when The Watchtower of Turkey was created, it was that purple cow. Everybody was like, wow, look at this. This is so different. We've never seen it before. And people thought that it was so different that it couldn't be copied. But everybody after that tried to copy and emulate it.
All right, so now that you guys understand, so that's where this B-roll type of footage, or use of this editing style rather, let's call it that, it's an editing style, came from The Watchtower of Turkey, which is a great film, great style of video or filmmaking that was used to make that video come alive. Now that style has been adapted to almost all types of videos that's used nowadays for social media, because it's fun, it's poppy, it's, you know, eye-catching, very entertaining. But like all editing styles, it shouldn't be overused. It also shouldn't be underused. It should be just used depending on the story or the narrative or the visual that you are trying to create. So I'm not going to keep going. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to explain to you guys what is B-roll. I hope you understood. If you didn't get a chance, check out the links below. They really go into detail and explain. Pound 5 is awesome for that. They explain in detail about what the A-roll is and the B-roll. This is not sponsored by Pound 5 at all. I just found that video and I thought it was great. So I think you guys can check it out. So if you made it up to here, I really want to thank you guys so much. Please like the video if you actually did. If you don't like it, or you did like it, just leave a comment letting me know what part you liked, what part you didn't like, and then that way I can continue to grow as a creator, as a creative, as a videographer, as a filmmaker, YouTuber. If you did like the video and you want to see more of this, please consider subscribing to the channel so that you guys could continue to watch and also help me to continue to produce this content. And why don't you also share it with your friends and family if you'd like on your favorite social media so that they can also get a chance to check out this video. So guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me on the channel. I am Super Manny, and as always, I will catch you guys on the next video, and I will snap at you later.